Discipline. Although there are numerous disciplinary strategies, most fall within one of four categories. Physical punishment involves administering an aversive physical consequence following an undesirable behavior. Spanking is the chief type of physical punishment. Although physical punishment does generally stop a behavior in the very short term, numerous studies have demonstrated that physical punishment not only is ineffective in the longer term, but also is related to numerous other problems, such as aggressive behaviors. Psychological control refers to using the children's shame, guilt, and gratitude to manage their behaviors. Psychological control carries the threat of withdrawal of love and support if a child misbehaves. This type of punishment appears to be just as damaging as spanking. Timeout involves removing a child from a situation for a short time. Theoretically, this is preferable to physical punishment or to psychological control. However, it is not always effective. Induction involves lengthy conversations with a child about why a behavior is wrong and what other behaviors would be better substitutes. The chief drawbacks of this method are that it requires much time and patience, and it may not be appropriate for younger children who cannot explain their behavior. An alternative approach is the use of natural and logical consequences. In this approach, the consequences of a behavior are not disconnected from the behavior itself, as is the case with spanking and sometimes even timeout. Instead, the consequences naturally follow the behavior. If a child refuses to wear his or her coat, he or she will be cold. Note, of course, that this should never be used where the consequences would be dangerous or otherwise harmful. Logical consequences are closely connected to a behavior but are imposed by the parent. For example, if toys are not picked up before an outing, the outing is delayed. Things are presented to the child as a choice, with the connection between behavior and consequence made explicit with a when-then phrase. For example, when you have finished getting dressed, then we will be able to go to the park. Using natural and logical consequences can be as challenging as induction, and is often accompanied by induction. However, it is an effective way to teach children the relationship between their actions and the results of their actions, while also increasing desirable behavior and decreasing undesirable behavior. For guidelines, see this website. Reflection. What type of discipline do you use in your classroom if you are a classroom teacher? Is this the same as or different from what you do at home if you have children? Why? If you were to make recommendations to parents and teachers about effective discipline, what would you recommend? Why?